Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amy, your MC for this section. Please welcome our first speaker this morning, Milana Cap, from Novi Sad, Serbia, a city she proudly calls the most beautiful city in the world. She stumbled upon WordPress in 2009, finding its simplicity unmatched. While she may not claim expertise, her daily use and exploration of WP-CLI have been a constant learning journey. Today, she will share insights and blending PHP and WP-CLI knowledge to save time and bring joy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Milana Cap.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. I didn't expect this, the second day of WordCamp, first talk. And thank you so much for saying my name as it is, as it should be said. So today, I want to see who I'm dealing with. How many of you are PHP developers? Awesome. Oh, that's a lie. I know this guy. He's not a PHP developer. But thank you for support. We need them more. And how many of you are using WP-CLI? Awesome. Have you used it in combined? Oh, this is great. So we are going to learn something new. Okay. So let me take you to a magic world. It's not a magic, it's just a website. It's yet another WordPress website, so you see, nothing special here. What is special here is I prepared some users. And we have 4 users here. We will focus on something specifically a bit later in a moment. And listing users, so WP user list is in PHP equivalent to get users, right? So if you, I'm going to make this small. If you don't want to type WP user list, I don't know why wouldn't you want, but if you don't want to do it, if you're used to on PHP, what you can do is WP eval and then execute arbitrary PHP code. So if we say get users here, we will have an error, or we will have nothing. Okay, but that is because get users is returning an array of objects, and eval just returns a string or a value, something like that. So we can say WP eval and then perhaps print r and get users. Another one. This is a bit tricky in terminal. Okay, so now we have an array of user objects. And this is like, not, it can be useful, but you don't want to type it. So I'm going to open another session. And what else you can do is you can use a shell. And this is PHP shell. So here I can just type get users, and I get, again, array of user objects. And this is good, right? Oh, hello. Okay, so let's go back to this one. And I don't need registering date. I don't need rows. So I'm going to make this a little bit more useful. I just need ID, user, login, I believe that's how it is, display name, and user email. Okay, so now we have a better list to see. So what I want you to pay attention to is this word magic. So we have it here for the first user. We have it in user email. For the second, the same. Third user is has username magic. And the last user has no magic. It's me. and it's just control user. So what if I want to filter users with the word magic somewhere? I can say, let's go to documentation and see what I can say. Now, WP user list, help. You can have all the help you want in terminal, and the complete documentation is there. So this is important. Display WordPress users based on all arguments supported by WP user query. So let's go to, there's even a link. And let's go here and see how I can search. Well, there it is. I can search keyword and it will find matches. If search columns is left empty, then it will just search the complete profile. So I can say search. So whatever field you want to search that is column name in database, you can use this, like dash dash, the column name, and then the value you want to find. And if I say this, I get only one. And this is because it goes literal. So if I want to find all other instances, I can use wildcard. Here, like before and after. And now I have all 4 of them. Now what's happening here? It's happening that I have another field here. User URL. And now you see I also have magic. So if I want to do this in PHP, let's go back to shell. If I want to do this here, I would say get users, and then this accepts an array of arguments, and I'm going to say search. And search query is, I'll add a wildcard right away. Magic. Oh, what did we do? Yes, I see. Thank you. We didn't close the quote. And that is what's wrong with typing PHP in terminal. Yeah. So here we have, again, all 4 of them. Now, what if I want to find only users who have this word in email? So in this case, it can look like I want to find users who are on management level for this website. So the URL is magic.log, and I want to find all the staff. And I could search magic.log, but you saw that the 4th user has it in URL, so it will again show up in search. So I want to search only this one column. I want to search user email. And if I do it in PHP, as you saw here, I can say search columns, and available values are ID, user login, user email, user URL, a nice name and bad name, and display name, right? And it's an array. So let's add that. Search columns, and this is again array, and I want to use email. Is it good? Can we run it? Okay. So here, oh, thank you. So here I have this one user, author at magic.log, and the other user, admin at magic.log, and this is what is returned, right? So with PHP, we can do this. Now let's try to do it with WP-CLI. search, columns. Oh no, it should be like this. And user, email. Oh no, it doesn't work. And this is because WP-CLI is not ready for array here. Now, let me show you places where it's ready and how it looks like. If you go to WP post, update or create, and help, you will see a number of parameters. It's scary, but if you scroll down, you can update every single column in database. And here we have post category, and it accepts array of category names, slugs, or IDs. So if I wanted to add update post to category 1, 2, 3, I would add post category 1, 2, 3. So that is an array. And this is how an associated array looks like. It's for meta input. So it's in JSON format. And that's because meta key can be any string and meta value can be any string. And this is how it looks like in writing. Now, when you type it in command. So I tried this with, with search columns. It doesn't work. I tried any kind of formatting that I could find. It doesn't work. It's just not ready yet. So what do we do in this situation? Well, this is when you can actually, this is probably a situation that I don't want to write a plugin for this, like just to export, a few users. I don't want to put code in functions PHP and go through all the pipeline, to push it somewhere. I just want to run it once, and I cannot do it with WP-CLI. So we can combine them and make our life easier and fun. And we're going to do it right now. So the great thing about WP-CLI and what I want to replicate here is, this is an error. Okay, so if I wanted to export this, this would export all the users. But let's say I don't wildcard here. And this is just the 2 users. I can say format CSV and just do this and say users CSV, and it's exported. So here we have user CSV, right? And if I open it with, let's say, Sublime, you see I have, only this one user. That's weird. Never mind. But I have it exported, and I can export whatever I want to filter, and that's what I want. I don't want to write a lot of PHP code, and I don't have to. I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to create a PHP file, and I'm going to call it users. And let's open it. And okay. Let's just call it users. And for now, we can do echo hello WordCamp Asia. Yay! So what do we do now? We say WP eval file users PHP. Hello! Do you see now what we can do? Oh my God. Okay, let's go back. So, I see a lot of people are thinking right in the morning, like it's Saturday and we all know what we are gonna do. Okay. So, let's comment this out. And let's say this is var, and I say, sorry. If we print it out, okay, now we have things to work with. Now I have in output exactly what I want. I have those two users. So what we have to do now is just, pure PHP fun, just export things to CSV. And we are going to do that. So it would be export CSV with PHP, something like that. And here is, oh, you see it's visited. Yeah. And the great thing is this first example is working just fine. So we copy it, go back here, and paste. So what we need for this is actually three functions. We need fput CSV, which will put data into CSV file, but before that we need to open the file, and after that we need to close the file. And here what it accepts, it's list, and that is array of arrays, and we don't need that. We have our own data. However, our own data is array of objects, so we need to work with that as well. Just let me clean this up. Users as user, and I really don't like this FP. It means nothing in my head. It's going to be file. Now, what we want is this user to be array. But first, if we take a look what is returned here, it's an object, and then inside of it another object, and then some values, and then arrays, and we don't want that. So when you do get users, you get return the whole object, and you don't need it. And what we were returning here is, you see this? ID, user login, display name, user email. That's what we want. So first, I want to make sure I'm returning those things, and you can do that with this one, fields, and you can choose which ones you want to return. And even if you don't need that at the moment, please do use it. It's performance-wise, you don't need the whole object, just return what you need. So here, let's clean this up a bit. And I'm a sucker for coding standards, as you can see. Right? Okay, so here, after this, I want to return fields. And the fields is also an array. I want ID. I want user, login, what was there, display name, and user email. So now I have let me just comment this out, and this, all of it. So let me just see what I'm getting with this to make sure. that we are getting. There we go. It's an object. And do you see this? I don't know why we get here with object, we get double ID. But that's not our problem right now. That's something different. So let's uncomment this. And you can easily convert object to an array by just casting type, and now it's an array. Still, you will get the double ID, and if you want, we can convert it, and we will convert it to a proper array. So I also don't want this to be called file CSV. I want to be called users CSV. And what is W? If we go here to documentation, fopen, you have a lot of parameters here that you can use. So W is for just writing, and it will rewrite everything that is already in there. So it will point to the beginning of the file. If you want to keep what you already have there and point to the end of the file, you will use append, which is A. But for now, I don't mind having write. And you can also read and write and do all other things. We don't need that right away. I'm sorry, I just cannot look at this without spaces. It's early morning. I cannot pretend I'm normal. Sorry. Okay, so this should work, right? I'm going to comment this out. And let's see. I just want to delete this user CSV. Okay, and let's run it now. Oh, okay. It's there, and I think we have it open here. User CSV. Oh, we did it. But you know what I don't like? I don't like that I have no feedback at all. Like, did it happen? Do I have to open file? And we can make that. So now it's a makeup time. And there is, this was unpaid commercial for instead of new fee. Okay, so a beautiful thing that WP-CLI has is internal API. And what we want to control now is the output. So we can use WP-CLI log to display a nice message like WP-CLI is doing. And I'm just going to copy paste. This is all my career, just copy pasting from documentation. That's why I'm there. So here I want to say something like reading user, and here we are going to say user, and it's array at this point. So let's say display name, right? And let's run it again. Oh, there's been critical web. Okay. What have I done now? Hold on. Uncaught error. Cannot use object of type. Oh. We passed some kind of object somewhere. Okay, let's just convert this into... Oh, it's only here. Okay. If we say user equals array user. Now it should be user for everyone. That's what you get when you improvise during talk. Okay, reading user, right. And, oh, okay, thank you, 5 minutes. So what if I want to add some more things, like I want to show a table like WP-CLI is showing it here, right? I can go back to internal APIs and use this one, like format items. And you can use it as a table and JSON and CSV and whatnot. I'm gonna copy it and put it here. So the format is table, and items is, let's see, an array of items to output. We have an array inside this for each loop, but we don't have it in here. So outside of it, it's still an object. So I'm gonna say items. Oh wow, okay. Items is an array. And now here items, and let's add that user. And now items is ready, and fields is actually the table headings. So it's an array of just strings to be table headings. And I already have that here, so I'm just gonna take this out. And I'm gonna call this fields, and up here, fields equals this. And now it should be ready, so if we run it again, oh, this is awesome. So you can do, we don't have enough time, but you can do the same thing with importing. You know, create the same script, so you can run it because you only know that it's on server. You can run it whenever you want. It's not a plugin. Nobody can mess with it. You don't have to spend a lot of time writing and going through the whole pipeline and everything. It's there. You created it on server. You run it. You exported it. You imported it, and you are so happy, right? Okay, and I hope you see the potential in mixing those things. So everything that you cannot do with WP-CLI, you can do with PHP and just, you know, mix it up. And my name is Milana Cap. I'm WordPress engineer and the loudest member of WordPress documentation team. I'm also a classical musician. So if you want to talk about anything of that, you know, we can talk about it. If you're a company and you have, you're earning from WordPress and you have a budget for open source, please do support Inclusion in Tech. This is initiative to help speakers travel, you know, and pay their costs for going to WordCamps and speak. So if they're underrepresented, time is up, okay. If, you know, you can help a few more voices to show up and talk. And I hope you had fun. I had fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Milana. Thank you for sharing this magic journey with us. Now we're open for Q&A.
What was the? Oh, whoa. Good morning. What was that thing that you wanted to show us? You said we don't have time, but
I wanted to
a homework.
A homework, yeah. Let's do homework. So you create another script like this, but this is not for exporting CSV, but for importing items from the CSV file. So you create users. You can use hint WP create user or WP insert user, whichever you want, but you can create the same script for importing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you learn something new today? Thank you. That's what I wanted. If you don't ask me something, I'll start asking questions. So what did you learn?
Okay. I have a question for you.
Okay, sure.
Okay. How much time of learning WP-CLI does it take to start using it?
0. You can start using just one command, and then next week add another 2 commands, and then you will just include more and more commands, and you will start combining it with other CLI tools. Hopefully, it's so much fun. Please try it. And then you will start doing things with PHP and everything. So you can start using it right away. You don't need to learn the whole tool. You don't need to learn the whole environment. You can just start using 1 command or 2 commands and just keep adding them. Thank you. That's a great question. I actually gave her that question.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
question?
Yep.
Are there any? Oh, that's loud.
I know.
Hey, oh. No.
Yay.
Are there any other languages you can combine with WP-CLI in that same way, besides PHP?
Well, I don't know if you consider it a language, but any CLI tool can be combined with this. And that's the beauty of CLI, because they all work together. I haven't tried with anything else. And I really doubt, because WP-CLI is based on PHP. So, yeah, I don't think so. But if you can try for homework and just tell me, did you make it? Yeah.
Maybe we could combine AI with it.
Oh.
That'd be fun.
That would be scary. Let's try. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are rolling.
I guess another approach to do something similar would be to create custom CLI commands, but I guess it takes a bit more time to write. Are there other differences between the two, or is it just kind of time saving with your approach?
Well, it depends what you need it for. Like if you create another command, I would create it if I knew I would use it, from now on. But if this is just what I use for one site, I think it's, what is the value of it and how much time I spend with it. So I would personally just develop custom WP-CLI command for everything, but it's not useful, for my time. So you just gauge what is used for. Thank you.
Thank you for the talk. I learned quite a bit.
Thank you.
Just more of a fun question. Do you have any examples of a time where you used it in a weird or an interesting or creative way?
Oh, I cannot show you that. It's client work. I used eval command more than I'd like to admit. I used it for a lot of things, but mostly when there is what was very useful, like I'm connecting, doing a third-party API integration, and I need data to be populated only once. So I don't want to, write a lot of code, put it in a plugin or whatever. It doesn't need to be there. So this is the perfect example of that. You develop it in local, just copy paste that script, don't play on production, but just copy paste that script there, run it once, nobody knows you were there. There are logs, but you can delete it.
Kind of kind of piggyback on that question. Like, what is your few favorite commands? Like, what is the one that it's so good that you're scared of? Like, what it can do?
What it can do? Oh, there are many things that you can do, a lot of things. I'd say as a developer, my favorite command is scaffold, and I would love to give some of my time to invest there to create amazing things. It's already doing amazing things, but we can make it better. But the things that you do with, it's another talk, it's alias talk. You know, you can, in one line, you can export database for external website and import it into internal. It's a great fun to do it, but if you do it, you know, on production, it can put it on maintenance mode, and I learned that on clients' projects. So don't do that. But those kind of things can be dangerous depending on where you're working. I'd say everything that you suspect could be dangerous, and anything could be dangerous, because if you have root access, you are the most powerful person on the server. So, you know, just be aware of that. So if you are not really sure what it can do, just do it on staging. Thank you.
Thank you, Milana. And
Thank you.
maybe a stupid question, but can we spam WP-CLI by using it in PHP file?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you please explain how is it possible?
To use WP-CLI in PHP.
WP-CLI in PHP files, programmatically.
Yeah. So let me go back. I'm not gonna write code now, but here in internal APIs, what you can do, if we had more time, we could probably do that, but there is a command, like here, execution. So you can use this run command, and we could have put in this file run command and any WP-CLI command with all parameters. So you would run WP-CLI to run PHP file, which will run WP-CLI command. It's amazing. You can do that. Yeah. Just for fun, you know. Why not? Okay.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Milana.
Thank
I'm
you.
pretty
Thank
sure
you.
anyone have any more questions,
Yes.
you can definitely
Find me.
find her in a conference later today.
Yes.
And thank you again. On behalf of WordCamp Asia, we would like to give you a thank you gift.
Oh, thank you. This is vital. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Take the shoes.
The shoes.
Yeah. Hello. Thanks.
Thank you all. Now is a break time. The next presentation will start soon.